Hey guys, it's Captain Mike. I'm here with a new section called Navigation Strategy. Thanks to John Ravenwolf, he came up with the name, and I've been trying to come up with a way to give more information to you so that you can maybe help you if you decide to do the loop one day to determine your strategy of how you're going to move. So, what I plan to do is at the end of each day, I will sit down and show where we went, how far we came, what our plan was, what we ended up making, and hopefully by going through that process, you will get a good idea of how to do it. I'm also want to show you these apps that I've got up here. I did a live stream a while back, but they said they really couldn't see it, so I'm gonna go through it again, and then we'll start doing this every day, and then plus it will help with the live streams because I'll tell you each day what my plan is for the next day and when we're going to start it. So the first one that I have open here is called windy.com, and you just type in windy.com and go to it. I use this probably the most for weather. Windy, the coolest thing about Windy is this feature down here where you can move forward in time and see what the plan is for the weather. So we are right here, and we're planning to go through the Alligator River tomorrow. And you can see that that's a very narrow waterway, so the wind is probably not that big of a deal in here. But when you get out and cross the Albemarle Sound, you're going to want to cross it on a perfect time. And as you can see, I'm moving down here on the bottom, this cursor, I'm moving it forward in time, and it's showing me what it's supposed to be. So here's what I'm planning. Tomorrow is Tuesday. I'm going to move it to 8 o'clock. I'm going to get underway about 8. It looks fine. It's what I call a blue day. And get that colors from down here. The lighter the blue to purple means hardly no wind. Green, orange, and red is bad wind. Purple is really bad. This red, purple up here. So since we're going through the Alligator River tomorrow, that's not a big deal. But we are going to get in this bigger body of water. So I'm looking at it in the noon. It's going to be about noon getting there. So let's move this up. That's about noon. Let me back up. That's about noon, 1 o'clock. You can see we'll have a southern wind. It'll be a following sea, and it should be very easy to work up the waterway. Now, I know in my mileage that I'm going to show you in a minute that I'm probably not going to get much further than right here. So I know that Wednesday morning, if I do make it that far, would be the cross date. So I go in time and I look here at Wednesday at 7, 8 a.m. And it's a little green. It's just a little green there. But as time goes on through the morning, it actually turns blue. So if I don't get right underway or I'm even back here moving up, that's going to be a very easy crossing. You can click right there and it puts a picker. And then you can see by moving that around what the weather is planning to be in different areas. Okay, so we'll use it more in the future, and you'll understand it as time goes on. But windy.com is a great app. The next app I wanted to show you is, obviously Google Maps. And Google Maps come in very much handy when you're talking about going through waterways you're not sure of. And you want to check, see if you can see what the depths are. So in most places, Google Maps will show you for instance, if we're down here, you can see where it gets shallow over here on the edge. And there's shallow waters over here. Now, this was taken not at the best time. Some of these you'll see, it'll show it very defined. And just some are better than others. The other thing that Google Maps works very well for is looking at cities and where you plan to dock. And I plan to dock here. I can see from Google Maps these are pylons probably, and these are finger piers. I should be able to back right in there and tie up, and then I can look around to see what's around if I need something, a pharmacy for instance. All right, so of course Google is great for that. There's other applications then you can actually do measuring on here, but my favorite tools to measure, and I'll go to that one, is Navionics. Navionics is has the best measuring tool in my opinion. So let's go, for instance, right here. Let's measure what our route is intended to be tomorrow. And you come down here and you click on this little measuring thing in the bottom right hand corner and it pops that up. Just drag that over here, drag this side here, and you can see it's 13.6 miles on that first leg. Then drag it up here. That's another, let's call that 10 miles. So it's 23 miles from there to there. And then let's drag this one here to about there. That's probably another 3 miles. So let's call that 26. We should be able to do that by noon pretty easily. And then let's see what it was if we wanted to make it to the top of the bay or the top of the Alligator River. It's roughly, if I pull this, it's roughly another, say, 20 miles. If I want to get all the way up here to the top, 26 and 24, that's going to be in the 40-mile range. That's a bit high. So what will I do? What could I do? Well, I could stay down here at the bottom after just moving 23 miles. I could do that. And if we had weather degrade or something was to happen, then I would do that. But we need to have a plan in case something does happen. And we'll go here to Garmin's Active Captain and just type in activecaptain.com. And you'll see here that same Alligator River. This is the waterway we came up through here, right here. And look at all these places that you can anchor. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 possible anchorage places all the way up the bay. If you had engine problems or anything like that, you see there are plenty of places to bail to, and you'll be okay. Navionics, again, is very good for zooming in and looking at depths. There was a couple right along here. So you could see you can go up, stay in 10 foot of water, and you can anchor right there near the shore. And if you had a crossing wind like this, you would be very well protected in the lee of the island. Okay? We'll go further in time. We'll talk about these, and you will see the benefits of different ones. But that is Navionics. We talked about Google Maps. The next one we're going to talk about is the Waterway Guide. The Waterway Guide is a very good one to show you like where there's marinas and different things like that. Obviously, if you come up here and you click on this, it'll give you that information, and that's also listed over here, as you can see. If you click on these, it'll highlight them out here. So Waterway Guide is a very good one. You can get on the email list, and they'll send you cheapest places to get fuel, all kind of things like that. Okay. Next one is a real good one. It's called the ICW Free Docks. And let me click off of this one. This is, again, the same area, Elizabeth City, North Carolina. And I scan in here, and I see those same docks. I can click on that and go to the left, and it tells me it's the Elizabeth City Mariners Wharf Slips. And you can read through here. That tells you all the information about how long you can stay. Elizabeth City is part of the Albemarle Loop of marinas. Free dockage coupon is valid for 1 2-day visit per marina unless arrangements are made otherwise. So they give you the phone number and everything that you need to know, to contact them. Very good information, guys. All right. Let's see. This is just another part of the ICW Free Dock. So this just kind of where you can zoom in out, but you can do it on the other one. It's all part of the same website. So that is just a few of some of the apps that I use. Now, I got to tell you, I use my radar, which is actually on my phone. I use it because it's up top with me all the time, but you can also go to myradar.com weather. It also has a web app where you can look at desktop stuff on here. I don't do it as much on here. I usually use it on my phone. Okay, guys, so the plan is to use this. I will each evening when I get to where I plan on going that day, I'm going to do one of these. It shouldn't last but 5-10 minutes or so. I'll talk about where we did get. We'll talk about what our plan was and if we made our plan, and then what we plan to do the next day. That should also help out with people that are wanting to watch the live streams. They'll know what time that I planned on starting in the morning, because some people, they keep missing them, they say, because they don't know when we're going to do them. So I hope this is helpful information to you. If you want to leave a comment about something about it, please do, or any more questions that you may have. And I read almost all my comments and I respond to them. And over time, we'll build this up to be a good resource for people who are, doing the great loot. So with that, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. And if you have any other ideas, leave them in the comments. And we will keep this thing going tomorrow, because you know what tomorrow's going to be. It's going to be a good time.